Have you ever loved someone who was supposed to protect you, but instead they became the reason you were homeless? Let me tell you about Maya. Maya was the firstborn of three daughters, the strong one, the quiet one, the one who noticed everything. Her parents' marriage was never peaceful. It was the kind of house where doors slammed louder than laughter, where apologies never came, where her mother's tears were wiped before anyone could see them. Her father cheated, not once, not twice. It became normal. Then one day, he didn't even bother hiding it anymore. He brought another woman home, a second wife. And just like that, Maya's mother went from being my wife to being the problem. The fight started slowly, sharp words in the kitchen, cold stares in the hallway, but soon the shouting became violent storms, pots crashing, insults flying, and Maya, standing in front of her younger sisters, covering their ears. Her father always defended the new wife. Always. Until one night, everything exploded. The argument turned ugly. The second wife screamed that there wasn't space for two queens in one house. Maya's mother shouted back for the first time in years, and Maya's father made his choice. He dragged their clothes outside, threw them on the ground. Leave, he said. Just like that. No discussion, no mercy. Maya, her mother, and her two little sisters were pushed out of the house they once called home. That night, they slept outside, and the next night, and the night after that. For 2 years, they lived on the streets. Their house became an old abandoned scrap car in a junkyard, rust covering the doors, no windows. When it rained, water slipped through the cracks. When it was cold, they shook through the night. That broken car became their bedroom. Her mother would wake up early every morning with a small bottle in her hand, walking through the streets asking for coins. "Anything helps," she would whisper. Some people dropped coins. Some people ignored her. Some people insulted her. But every night, no matter how little they had, her mother tried to make sure her daughters slept with something in their stomachs. And Maya watched. She watched her mother shrink, not just physically, but in spirit. One afternoon, while searching for water, Maya bumped into a woman named Kiara. Kiara was sharp, observant, the kind of woman who could read pain in your eyes. "What's your name?" she asked. "Maya." "Why are your hands so rough at your age?" Maya didn't answer. Kiara eventually offered her small side jobs. Washing clothes, cleaning houses, helping people for a day's pay. It wasn't permanent work, it wasn't stable, but it was something. Maya worked in silence. She washed piles of clothes until her fingers wrinkled and burned. She scrubbed floors until her knees bruised. But here's the truth no one talks about. When you don't have education, the world reminds you every day. People underpaid her. Some refused to pay at all. Some treated her like furniture. Still, she kept going. Sometimes her father would randomly appear with a plastic bag, one dress each, as if fabric could replace fatherhood. But he never asked them to come home. He never said sorry. And hunger became their daily guest. Because if Maya didn't get a job that day, they didn't eat. Her mother began coughing. At first it was small, just exhaustion, just weakness. But sleeping in a cold scrap car, working on an empty stomach, carrying pain without rest, her body gave up. She became thinner, quieter. Maya begged her to rest. "I'm fine," her mother would lie. But she wasn't fine. One night, in that broken car, her mother's breathing became heavy, and by morning, she was gone. No hospital, no medication, no second chances, just 3 little girls sitting next to their mother's lifeless body. At the funeral, their father showed up, dressed well, looking healthy. After they buried her, he pulled Maya aside. "I can't take you home," he said. "My wife doesn't want anything to do with you, but I'll try to help." Try. He rented them a tiny one-room apartment in the roughest part of town, ashy walls, broken windows, one bulb hanging from the ceiling, and just like that, Maya became mother, Maya became father, Maya became everything. She sent her little sisters to school, even when she sometimes skipped meals. She searched for work every day. She carried anger she didn't understand. What did we ever do to deserve this? She would ask herself at night. Why was loving him not enough? But here's where I pause. If this story is touching you already, kindly subscribe, like this video, and comment where you're watching from. It truly encourages me to write and create more powerful stories like this. And tell me, what do you think about Maya's father? Do you think he deserves forgiveness? Now back to Maya. At just a young age, she learned something many adults never learn. The world can break you, or it can build you. And Maya was about to discover which one she would become. Because this was only the beginning.